You think bug spray is protecting you from ticks. DEET on your arms, spray on your shoes, maybe a perimeter treatment every few weeks, and ticks are still showing up on your kids, your dogs, yourself. Here's what the pest control industry isn't telling you. The real defense might already be growing in your yard. Tick populations across the U.S. are at record highs. Lyme disease cases have tripled in 20 years, and the standard advice, mow shorter, spray chemicals, call pest control, addresses symptoms without addressing the habitat. Today, I'm going to show you 9 plants that ticks genuinely avoid, and at the end, 3 plants that may be actively attracting ticks into your yard right now. Stay for that last part. It changes everything. Why plants work. Ticks navigate almost entirely by scent. Aromatic plants flood the environment with volatile compounds that disrupt tick detection systems. The tick can't find what it's looking for through the chemical interference. It moves on. That mechanism has been sitting in herb gardens for decades while people paid for spray bottles. 9 plants, counting down from 9 to 1. And I'm saving the 3 tick-attracting plants for the very end because knowing what to remove matters just as much as knowing what to plant. Pay attention to the last section. That part alone is worth watching the whole video. Plant 9. The citronelle in this plant is what commercial citronella candles try to replicate, and the living plant delivers it more consistently over a larger area than any candle ever will. It grows 3 to 5 feet tall, creates a visual and chemical barrier simultaneously. In zones 9 through 11, lemongrass is perennial. In cooler zones, it grows as an annual or overwinters indoors in a pot. Plant it in large clusters near outdoor seating and near yard entry points. It handles heat and humidity better than most plants on this list, making it particularly valuable in the southeast where tick pressure is most intense. Plant 8. This one genuinely surprises people. It's sitting on half the kitchen windowsills in America. The eugenol and linalool in this plant are documented tick repellents, and unlike most plants on this list, it's completely garden-friendly, goes in any container, and requires 0 special management. You probably already have it. Position basil where people and pets naturally brush against it. The compounds release on contact. A plant that nobody touches is a plant that isn't working. Near doorways, near path edges, near the chairs where people sit. That's where basil earns its place in a tick defense system. Plant 7. The sulfur compounds in garlic are repellent to ticks, both while the plant is growing and when disturbed plant material is present in the soil. Interplant it throughout your garden beds. It's companion-friendly with most vegetables and herbs. One of the few plants on this list that feeds you and protects you simultaneously. Some people also spray diluted garlic water around yard perimeters as a supplemental treatment. The smell dissipates for humans within a day or 2. The sulfur compounds stay active in soil and on vegetation significantly longer. Cost per application? Essentially 0 if you're already growing garlic. Plant 6. Most people have never heard of this one. The artemisinin and absinthin in this plant are so intensely repellent that it creates an exclusion zone around it. Not just ticks, most crawling pests avoid it entirely. It's a perennial that reaches 2 to 4 feet and comes back every year. One caveat with wormwood: don't plant it immediately next to edible plants. The allelopathic compounds that make it so effective against pests can also inhibit growth in nearby vegetation. Keep it at fence lines and property borders away from your vegetable and herb beds. Plant 5. Creeping thyme specifically. The low-growing ground cover variety. This is where thyme becomes genuinely powerful. It covers transition zones, handles foot traffic better than most ground covers, and releases thymol, the same compound used in commercial tick repellent formulations continuously as it grows. Plant creeping thyme exactly where tick encounters concentrate most, the edge where your lawn meets anything else. That strip of creeping thyme running that entire border is working as a chemical barrier every single day without you doing anything. Plant 4. French marigolds specifically. Tagetes patula. The pyrethrum-like compounds in French marigolds create a chemical environment ticks find inhospitable. Plant them thickly along perimeters and in clusters near seating areas. They're annual, which means replanting each season, but they're cheap, fast, and do double duty against a range of garden pests simultaneously. Plant 3. The menthol in mint reduced tick activity by over 60% in treated areas in one documented study. Powerful plant. But here's the warning. Mint in the ground will take over your entire garden within 2 seasons. Grow it in containers only, positioned near seating areas, doorways, deck edges. Container mint is a tool. In-ground mint is a problem. Plant 2. The linalool in lavender is one of the most studied natural tick repellents in peer-reviewed literature. What makes it particularly valuable is its growth habit. Perennial, spreading, covers ground in transition zones, comes back every year without replanting. Plant it exactly at the edge where your lawn meets your garden beds. That's the highest value location for any tick deterrent plant. Plant 1. Camphor, borneol, and 1,8-cineol. The volatile oils in rosemary are documented tick deterrents validated in University of Florida research. Most people who have a rosemary bush think of it as a cooking herb. It's also doing pest control every single day. Plant it along garden borders, near seating, near entry points. Brush against it when you walk past. The compounds release on contact and on the air around it in warm weather. One established rosemary plant covers a meaningful area around it continuously, and in mild climates it's perennial, meaning that same plant works for you year after year without replacement. Now the 3 plants, the ones attracting ticks, popular landscaping plants in millions of American yards right now. You may have them, and if you do, this changes how you think about your property's tick risk entirely. Tick attracting plant 1, Japanese barberry. It's in front yards across the entire northeastern and mid-Atlantic U.S. A popular ornamental shrub, thorny, colorful, easy to maintain. Researchers at the Connecticut Agricultural Experiment Station found areas with Japanese barberry had dramatically higher tick populations than cleared areas. The dense, thorny structure creates perfect humid microhabitats at ground level. White-footed mice, the primary Lyme disease reservoir, shelter extensively in it. Tick-attracting plant 2, Pachysandra, the classic low-maintenance ground cover. Dense, evergreen, covers bare soil under trees. It creates exactly the conditions ticks prefer: cool, moist, enclosed at ground level, protected from drying sun. If you have Pachysandra under trees near your lawn edges, that is likely a significant tick concentration zone on your property right now. Tick-attracting plant 3, invasive bush honeysuckle. Amur, Tartarian, Moros, these dominate woodland edges and yard borders across the eastern U.S. It leafs out earlier in spring and holds leaves later in fall than native plants, providing extended cover exactly when tick nymphs are most active. Research published in Environmental Health Perspectives found significantly higher tick burdens in invasive bush honeysuckle areas. If it's along your fence line, you've been maintaining a tick nursery. The practical strategy: remove or reduce Japanese barberry, Pachysandra in high-risk zones, and invasive bush honeysuckle at yard borders. Replace them with plants from the 9. You don't have to do everything at once. 1 barberry removal and 1 rosemary planting in its place changes the habitat equation immediately. What this system is: 9 aromatic plants, lemongrass, basil, garlic, wormwood, creeping thyme, marigold, mint in containers, lavender, rosemary, positioned at transition zones, borders, and outdoor living areas. 3 plants to eliminate: Japanese barberry, Pachysandra in high-risk areas, invasive bush honeysuckle. Why it works: ticks navigate by scent, and aromatic plants disrupt that navigation, while tick-attracting plants create the humid, sheltered habitat they need to thrive. The mistake to avoid: planting the 9 anywhere except the transition zones. The lawn edge where grass meets everything else is where 90% of tick activity concentrates. That's where every plant on this list needs to go first. Get that zone right, and you've addressed the core of the problem. Drop a comment with your state and which of these plants you're already growing. And if protecting your outdoor space interests you beyond just tick control, I've got a video on the cedar chip barrier system that creates a physical and chemical perimeter around your entire yard. Works alongside everything in this video.